Since the very beginning of this channel, I have been thinking about and talking about Vesta and household gods and personal religion in ancient Rome. In ancient Greece too, but ancient Rome in particular. And since those first videos, Vesta has become something of a fascination of mine over the last couple of years. I've been reading a lot about her, both from ancient sources and modern ones, and I have been exploring concepts related to her, like fire when we did the Elements series. And so I have decided to offer a course doing a deep dive on the Roman goddess Vesta. The course will run in the fall, starting in September, and I'll have all of the details towards the end of this video. But just to start off, I want to talk about what the methodology of this class is going to be, what it's going to look like, the topics that we're going to cover, basically anything that you might want to know if you're interested in a course like this. I have two primary goals for the course. The first is to provide some cultural context for the goddess Vesta. So for anyone who is interested in Vesta but maybe doesn't know all that much about ancient Rome or has never read ancient texts before, but is interested in looking at maybe some prayer materials for Vesta or Hestia, and just wants to kind of get to the heart of what did this goddess mean to people in ancient Rome. So we can look at some of the cultural factors, philosophical frameworks that the ancient Romans were working in as they were worshiping this goddess, as they were writing about her, and we can kind of get a deeper understanding of what she was supposed to represent in antiquity, and then if Vesta is part of your personal practice, then how that might be different from what you do, or how you might be able to incorporate some of that into your own life. And that is really the second goal, to discuss the broader themes and archetypes that come up with this goddess in any way that is productive for you. So if you are a historian, maybe looking at how we see Vesta in her cultural context from a broader perspective, or how Vestal worship affects other things from antiquity that you're thinking about. But if you're coming at this as a practitioner or maybe an astrologer, you'll find different things in this. And so that's kind of the second goal, is to be able to discuss these things and hopefully with people coming from different backgrounds so that we can all grow our understanding of Vesta in one way or another. All that being said, this will be run as an academic style course. I say academic style because it's not for credit. There won't be any exams or assignments or anything like that. But academic in the sense that we'll be reading primary texts written in antiquity. We will also be reading some stuff from scholarship and look at the history and use academic methodologies to try and piece together the context, as I keep saying, for Vesta. In terms of structure, each week we'll have a different topic, and there will be some kind of background information on that topic. I'll probably end up making some videos, or at least have some slides or notes or things for you to look at for some of the historical background, and then we'll have some reading materials that we can chew on in our discussions. I won't be bogging anybody down with reading. That's not my intention. It's not going to be like 50 pages every week or something, but there will be something to read for each week and something to look at. And then once a week, I don't know what day, I don't know what time, we're getting there, we can meet on Zoom for an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and discuss whatever that week's topic is. So I'll probably spend some of that time rambling, but hopefully it will mostly be an open discussion about whatever that week's topic is. So speaking of topics, I'll put on the screen here my tentative syllabus. This could change, but this is what I'm working with right now. So as you can see, each week we'll cover a different theme. The first week will be mostly background information, but we will be looking at the Greek goddess Hestia, just so that when we get to Vesta, we can compare, see what things the Romans got from the Greeks, what things they adapted and changed, and we'll have something to compare it to. Then in the second week, we're going to cover all of the background information on Vesta. So everything from the etymology of her name, other household gods, mythological stories where she is a feature, start to compare Greece and Rome a little bit, and then all of the technical data that you would want. So her attributes, her symbols, things like that. We'll spend week 3 looking at Vesta's temple. That is the primary temple in Rome, although we'll look at some other temples as well. The structure, the layout, anything that is relevant, stuff that was kept in there. And then we'll also discuss the Vestalia festival. If you're watching this when I put the video out, it is still the Vestalia festival. So happy Vestalia. If you want to know what this festival is all about, then you can sign up for the class and we'll talk about it during week 3. The next couple of weeks we'll spend talking about the Vestal Virgins. These are her official priestesses. In Rome, there was not all that much separation between church and state, so not only are these young women religious officials, but they are also government officials. So we'll spend 1 week talking about their role as religious leaders, what their sacred duties were, and some of their religious responsibilities. And then in the second week, which would be week 5, we'll talk about their role in the administration of the Roman Empire and what their civic duties were. And we'll get into some legal stuff and anything related to their role in the government. So once we've learned about the Vestal Virgins, we can talk about virginity, chastity as a broader concept. From both a sociological standpoint, what was chastity, what was virginity in Roman culture, what did that mean, what did that signify for young women, and also what are the philosophical connotations of chastity. Everything from Immaculate Conception to the fact that Vesta is sometimes represented with phallic imagery, which you may not expect. We'll go over like all of that kind of stuff in week 6. And then building on that, in week 7, we'll look at Vesta's connection to bridehood. The Vestals were in some ways bridal. Everything from the way that they dressed to theories about how this cult got started and its connotations to marriage and things like that. And then we'll end, as we should, with the eternal flame. Maybe Vesta's most famous symbol and most famous connotation, and also a personal favorite of mine because we've been talking about the elements for so long on this channel, and I just can't wait to bring some of that material into this course. So who is this course for? I talked about it a little bit already, but really this course is designed for anyone who is interested in Vesta for any reason. My dream cohort would be a mix of classicists, historians, people who do deity work, astrologers. My hope is that we can use our different backgrounds to help each other learn. So that would be my dream cohort. You don't need to have any background knowledge of ancient Rome. You certainly don't need to know Latin or Greek in order to take this course. It will be designed for anyone who wants to learn about Vesta. Like I said, I will be offering this course in September and October. It's an 8-week course. We're going to start the first week of September, so that's the week of the 1st through the 7th. And then we're going to end the week of October 20th through to the 26th, so that everybody gets Halloween week off, because I want Halloween week off. I don't know what day of the week, and I don't know what time yet. I'll say this again at the end, but I've made a Google survey, and one of the questions is going to be, what day or time would you prefer? So more on that in just a second. But I am hoping to get the dates finalized sometime in July. And lastly, pricing. This course costs $80. That's $10 per session. I thought that was a good round number to start with. If you want to register for this course, I have not yet made all of the infrastructure for you to sign up. But if this is something that interests you, if you think you might sign up when I have it all in place, go ahead and fill out. I have a Google survey in the description. And like I said, it'll have questions about the time and the date, kind of like what you're hoping to get out of the course, and then most importantly for me, your email address so that I can email you once I do get that infrastructure in place so that you can go to my website and sign up for the course. As of right now, it's not on there. I'm hoping to get that done in the next couple of weeks so that we can start registration in July. But if you want to know when that happens, fill out the survey and I will send you an email when it does. So that's about all I wanted to cover in this video. What the course is, what topics we're going to cover, all of the technical information about the course as much as I have available right now. I'm really looking forward to this class. It's been a minute since I taught a class. I was a graduate student instructor when I was in grad school, so it's been a couple years. I'm really excited to get back to it, and I hope that you will join me to learn as much as we can about this fascinating goddess. So that's about it. If you have any specific questions about the course, you can always send me an email. My email is in the description. Or you can leave a comment. But otherwise, the Westalia Festival is winding down. I am hoping I can get I have one more video that I really want to get out in time for the Westalia. I'm hoping it won't come out late, so I'm going to say bye for now, and I'm gonna go work on that. So fill out the survey, send me an email, and I will see you in the next video.